right now, Marianne Williamson is struggling. The media is mocking her. The establishment is mocking her. They set the tone for the race. Whether you guys know or not, your YouTube channel is not enough to change the perception. Then when South Carolina hit, like Biden, like, you guys know South Carolina's first, right? I know you guys don't understand details and stuff like this. You guys don't think ahead of your plans, but you guys know South Carolina's first, right? So what happens when your campaign is being mocked as a joke, like it is? Then South Carolina hits and you lose by 80 points. I know you guys don't think ahead, but think about what's going to happen here. But Marianne Williamson, she believes she's going to win on Kristen Cow. And Cow like, yeah, this is great. We're just getting started, guys. This is these people, the audacity of these people. Because I am saying what is obvious to everybody. You're going to have this person who is not enthusiastic about grassroots movement building, don't understand the utility of third-party politics, who is weak on Joe Biden, who don't know shit about foreign policy, who think Joe Biden is good. This is the person that you guys are going to have running a fire-breathing campaign against him. Let me show you guys this. Let me guys show the person they are trying to whitewash. This is the person they are trying to manufacture consent for. The fire breather that the working class needs right now is this person. After Joe Biden's bullshit speech, where I never heard that man give a good speech in my life. And I know exactly what you're talking about here.
So deeply.
And in response to Biden's tweet, she said, the president of the United States gave a wonderful speech tonight. So deeply humane and competent. Thank you, Mr. President. This is the person that you guys want to run a fire-breathing campaign against Jim Crow Joe. The person who can't stop praising the fucking guy. And remember the video you did a segment on with her interview with Jordan, where Jordan asked her, she like, Bernie was weak on calling out Joe Biden corruption. Will you call out Joe Biden corruption? And then she immediately started defending Joe Biden. She's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about corruption? What are you talking about? I just have disagreements with this guy. What are you talking about? She's gonna run a weak fuck campaign. And this is the person, as we showed, they recruited. This is what Danny Hyphon said. Danny gonna join us on Friday. Bernie Sanders said he supports NATO and Biden in Ukraine. Marianne Williamson said she opposed Biden getting out of Afghanistan because the United States needs to help women. With left politicians like these, who need neocons? Well said. And that's the person who wants to challenge to become commander-in-chief. That's the person they recruited to become commander-in-chief. The person who's weak on foreign policy. So, guys, I want the Marianne Williamson supporters to understand this, because a lot of them their feelings are hurt. They're confused. Why are being going after us? Why are you going after us? Why are you exposing our grid? Why are you exposing the horrible logic that we're doing right now? Because there's a certain point where we got to make our arguments. Third-party activists have been way too weak. Why do you guys think third parties been struggling? We acknowledge that third parties is a hard endeavor, right? So if we know that third parties is a hard endeavor and it's hard to get that started, and we know that mutual aid systems are hard to maintain, how is it a good idea to then split the resources in half on a vanity project that mean nothing? Because this is what people like Bree and these people will say. They say, well, we can support everything. We got unlimited funds.
No, we can't.
No, the fuck we can't, you morons. Think about it like this. If it's hard for third parties to win, why would we waste funds? In my speech, I explained at Workers Strike Back, we need class traders. What you guys are doing is punting the ball. You're on your own, guys. I'm going to spend some more resources and funds over here doing some stupid bullshit. And you guys want us to stay quiet on this? So once again, I mostly stay in my lane, vibing, making the argument as a third-party mutual aid activist why we cannot waste funds. We are not the Democrats, okay? We are not the Democrats and the Republicans who have unlimited amount of money. They can do all those crazy experiments and bullshit messaging campaigns. They can waste all the money in the world. We can't. What don't you guys understand about that? We wasted $250 million over the course of the last over 5 years because of the Bernie campaign that could have went to building libraries, that could have went to the working class, could have gave people clothes, could have gave people homes, could have went to a food drive. There's no fucking water in Jackson, Mississippi, but you want to send your money to a multi-millionaire white woman who want to sell more books later? This is deeply unserious. And you guys want RBN to be nice to you guys because you thought we were friends? This is stupid shit. We didn't get into this to make friends. CJ, what we tell you guys? We was activists first, and we have a YouTube channel as activists that thankfully is jumping off now, right? But we are activists first. We are not here to join your club. We are not here to join your Bernie Sanders grift. So let me get to this here, because I've been making the argument aggressively on Twitter because I am a mutual aid activist, and that is what you should do if you're serious about this. So this is Breandre Gray, friend of the show, right? Who said this? And I have no problems with people going after who want to debate, and this is why I don't even consider it personal. But this is an education moment. Bree says, no one has to like or support Marianne, but repeatedly claiming she has been recruited is odd, which is why we showed the Bootsy left literally recruiting Marianne Williamson. My question being, though, is why are we going towards the recruitment angle when I'm on my Twitter page? I'm just chilling. I'm at the airport just chilling, talking shit, vibing, and exposing how, like I said in my interview, Marianne Williamson is weak on Joe Biden. So why are we even shifting the conversation about recruitment? Because if I'm being 100% honest, I am pro recruitment because we need a strategy as a working class. Like if there's someone powerful who want to start a third party movement and campaign, and he said, I'll run on battle, like, oh, go ahead, you got my blessing. Especially if they're powerful. Someone like Chris Smalls, Rome, like someone who actually organizes a third party, they got my support. That's where my support for third parties come from. The argument that we are making is that Marianne Williamson is not that person.
Right.
What do you guys not understand about this? The reason why she's not that person is because of the tweet that you quote tweeted. This embarrassing tweet is one of many reasons why she is not. So that's what this is about. Doing so reframes her as, is this the best imaginable candidate instead of, is there any value to this candidate running? No, I did not reframe it. My argument is there is no value, Bree. And that is what Kshama Sawant, Chris Hedges, and these people explained to you multiple times.
Yeah.
How many times have you did a show with Kshama Sawant and Chris Hedges where they told you why it's a waste of time to organize in the Democratic Party and you retain none of that information? That's why people are side-eyeing you when you say one thing and your messaging is completely different when it comes to your friends like Marianne Williamson. So they said Marianne Williamson simply chose to run, but you didn't have to support her. You could have been honest and told her that this is a waste of time, right? But you did not do that because she's your friend. Many people, despite their disagreements with Marianne, will find value in there being any alternative to the Biden campaign, no matter how flawed, even if electoralism is their focus. No one has to give Marianne Williamson money or time. This is the argument. You guys are siphoning resources from third-party movements. And there's a certain point where we have to make the argument. Are we supposed to just say, oh my God, okay, just go ahead and waste your money as people are starving? You guys are sending money to Marianne Williamson instead of Jackson, Mississippi? Of course we're going to look at you and say that's stupid. That's what we're supposed to do. I know you guys are not used to that in your civility politics, DC bubble. Like this is how you guys don't call people out for ridiculous shit. But I'm from the Midwest and we do. And he said, I don't understand the choice of focus here. And I'm going to explain this again. The choice of focus is advocating for my position, the position that we should endorse and put our energy into mutual aid, third parties. I'm not into electoral politics, but if you're going to do electoral politics, at least do third parties. That's the point here. So this is this is one of my sponsors here. Why should serious activists be okay with this? Like they say, oh, come on, we got a different strategy with you guys. You guys are privileged. You guys, I don't have healthcare right now. You guys know that? I'm on my trip to fucking Seattle, like, goddamn, hope I don't get hurt. We don't got time for you guys bourgeoisie stupid experiments that waste resources. We don't have that. And this is why I said earlier, Shama explained to you on your show multiple times. And this is pretty much what I signed up here. This is the argument that she's shifting the conversation away from. That's why she brought up recruitment. Like, if you disagree with that statement, that's not what I'm talking. That's not what we're talking about. I'm gonna read this part again. The Marianne Williamson campaign hurts the working class by siphoning revolutionary energy and resources away from mutual aid, third party, and other actions. This is a game to a lot of you guys. I'm just saying that in general, unless you got mad at me saying that. I'm gonna show you guys that later. But we don't have to waste. We don't have time. I'll typo there. We don't have time to waste on stupid ass vanity projects that's going to. I really fucked this up. I was at the airport wasting this. But I said, what you're going to do, you're just going to demoralize the left and embolden the Democratic Party. And that's exactly what happened. When Bernie lost, remember the energy, the sapping of remember all the people that were depressed? I'm done with politics. I'm fucking can't do this no more. Oh my God, we lost again. You guys suffer embarrassing defeats on behalf of the working class. Then the establishment says, oh my God, Bernie lost again. Nina lost to what's name? Oh my God, look how unpopular the left is. Ha ha. You lost our game. You guys demoralize the left. You guys demasculate the left. That's the point that you guys are missing. And then neoliberalism is emboldened because then Joe Biden and the Democratic establishment said, we beat the socialists. We beat the socialists. They played our game and we beat them. And now they're endorsing us and they're backing us up. Because another point I made is that third parties does not stop after you endorse. Bernie gave up and quit after Super Tuesday. Whether you agree with them or not, the Green Party, Libertarian Party was there to the end making their message. And then after the election, the movement keeps going. But what did Nina Turner did? She dropped her fucking movement and made a YouTube channel. Bernie Sanders now, Joe Biden cuck. Under the Democratic Party, the movement dies. What we're advocating for is a movement that keeps going no matter what happens every 2 to 4 fucking years. And I've said this before, Shama explained this to you multiple times. Multiple times. How many times do we got hear these analyses that explain why Democratic Party is a waste of time, but they keep doing the same stuff over and over again. They keep doing this insanity, and then when we call it the insanity, they act like we're rude. I know I'm going a long tangent here, but this is Bree's last response, and I can't emphasize this enough. I was just vibing at the airport. Wasting time, making my argument as a mutual aid third-party activist. And Bree asked for this debate and this conversation because there's a lot of Bree fans who got their feelings hurt over these exchanges. And I'm like, go back. It wasn't me who started it. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. I am not on you motherfuckers' timeline talking shit. I don't even read my timeline. Most of the time, it's just me making the argument. And then you guys start, and then you guys say we too mean. So this is what Bree says. I asked Shama repeatedly whether leftists should sit out a 2024 election and simply not vote and not engage, which I happen to think is a legitimate choice. But both she and Chris Hedges said no.
Hold on, before you say anything, because I've been holding my tongue to make this point. This is so misleading.
Yes,
I don't think Bree is. I hope that Bree is not doing it intentionally because
she already misled people about the dirty break too.
I know, but I'm trying to be nice. I hope she's not being misleading here because for her to bring that in as if Shama Sawant and Chris Hedges are saying to participate and somehow electorally in the blue game, that is not at all what that interview was about whatsoever. Exactly. And the participation, it's like saying, oh, what should we do? I'm not saying we should sit out. Okay. What other options could there possibly be, Bree? How about voting green? Like you say you do all the time. There's so many other options of not sitting out that doesn't involve the Democratic Party. And that's what that interview was about. And that's what the point that Chris and Shama was making. Not to say to participate in the Democratic Party. And I have the video queued after this, Nick, and I'm going to play it for you.
So what's going on, Bree? Because this is the third time
I just wanted to say.
The third time. Go ahead, Roman. I'll explain.
I just wanted to say, like, you know, me personally, I feel like wasting any second, any breath on electoral politics is a waste of time. Even talking about it wastes our time and ages us. You know, if we was involved with all this bullshit, Walensky tried to skip over earlier. The DNC control who they want. You know what I'm saying? They pick who they want. So why should we even, you know what I'm saying, waste our time in something like that, where you have no power, you have no say-so of the outcome, and you know it legally. They said this shit, man. Why are y'all sitting here wasting time? Because it makes you feel good. Like on Twitter earlier, they said, you know, at least some people would say, oh, I'm working and I don't have time to do all that revolutionary shit. All I can do is vote. At least admit to that. But don't say, oh, we can find a path. This is the way. No, it's not. Because, dude, the left to where is that and where it should. You know what I'm saying? From you guys are pitiful. You only that you move to the right. You are campaigning behind a right winger, basically. She's just a woman. She loves war. You know what I'm saying? Like all this dumb shit. Now you campaigning for a closet right winger and telling us that you're not pulling people to the right, telling us that you're moving people to the left and this is for the left movement. No, it's not. How? How is this left anyway? You know, and what I want to say, you know, because I just put out a video earlier with these huge platforms who make excuses for politicians with power and why we shouldn't be out there creating our own fucking power. These people have millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands they can just throw into some shit, right? How am I still a poor man in fucking Detroit building libraries and, you know, infrastructure and shit for my people, parties and militias? I got time. I got enough power to do that. I don't have money, though. All I have is word of mouth, which they do also. So you telling me that, you know, I'm just saying, if everybody took that route, took the revolutionary route, who had those platforms from Kyle Kalinske to whoever the fuck, we would be somewhere right now. We would have we would be making real fucking noise. And you guys always trying to talk about the damn debate stage. People don't give a fuck about politics. The majority of Americans don't give a fuck about politics. They're not tuning into the debate stage. You know where the debate stage is? It's on the motherfucking ground. That's where the majority of people are at. That's where the workers are at. That's where the homeless people are at. That's where the people go when they get out of prison. That's where the majority of the people is, which is non-voters. That is our audience. And you are only as powerful as your base. So if you want your fucking word to get out there, then get your ass out there. Get your ass out there. Stop depending on some mouthpiece to talk for you. Because what happens when a mouthpiece go out and talk for you? They talk against you.
Yeah, they
started to talk against you, right? Just like, oh well, yeah, let's give more money to Ukraine. Oh shit, I don't support that. Yeah, they start to talk against you. So get out there and organize. You people always talk about, oh, we need to get organized. Well, organize. But a lot of you people won't admit it, but you're scared. Actually scared of these people. You're actually scared to get on the ground. You don't have any heart. You don't have any revolutionary spirit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be real.
Yeah. Let me try to get through this tweet thread here because I want to make sure I get through this here. Bree also said, I want to make sure I don't kill my train of thought. Shama asked, and because this is the part where she brought Shama, who I just talked to. That's why I'm like, you realize you sent this tweet to me while I'm at the airport, coming from talking to Shama. where the topic of Marianne Williamson definitely came up. So what are you doing here? It's beyond me. And I was literally, when I saw her say this, my jaw hit the floor like, Bree, oh no, what are you doing? Because you know that Shama did not say that she said that we should engage, but not through the Democratic Party. What are you saying? And I'm not going to say this for Shama, and that's why my response here was, if you're so confident, invite her on. I just had a conversation, and definitely we was having fun. This topic definitely came up.
Yeah, bring
you're
her
100% sure, Bree, that Shama is okay with this strategy, invite her on, have another conversation where you don't retain the information.
Yeah.
And we see what the stands on it. But as I said before, in my last part, I didn't want to break the segment up too much. Nobody is telling people not to engage in electoral politics. I know people who, like Rome and Misty, are to my left, which I love them for that. Who had different takes. My number is like 10-15%. I believe that you should engage in ballot initiatives if that's available in your state. If you have a third party that is available in your area, or you want to build one, that's a way to build your movement of the workers, engage in mutual aid while having someone on the ballot. That's just my personal belief. There are people to the left of that, and there are people to the right of that. But these people keep strawmanning us. When they say, oh my God, so you guys don't want to engage? We're not engaging? That's why Shama said, yes, we should engage, but not Democrats. You know she wasn't saying that. Absolute last point, I'll pass to you guys for any last summary. Because
I have the video to back that up.
Yeah, and I'll pass to you guys. I know I ran like a mug, but this is why Cal and what they was doing was access journalism. Because they asked him, Marianne, do you have a chance against Joe Biden? Yes, ha ha ha. Man, she's real bold. She really believes she can do it. And they keep saying, oh my God, they manufacture consent around the masses wanting Marianne Williamson with no evidence of that. The only source of that is coming from them. Oh, I heard that Cal said that he supported Marianne Williamson. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I heard Bree support him too. Yeah, that's great. I heard Crystal Ball support. That's great. There's no one in the streets in the hood that's looking for Marianne Williamson. Who are you guys talking about? Dude, I was at Worker Strike Back, and the idea of Marianne Williamson was a joke. Spoiler alert, everyone considered it a joke there. Are you guys talking to activists? Who are you guys talking to? So this is the reality, and I'm not saying polls are the be-all to end-all. But if you guys are going to say stuff, back it up with at least one data point. One data point. I am asking you guys to use one data point for the love of God. So here's one. Biden leads Marianne Williamson by 73 points. 73.
It's not showing if you're trying to show that on the screen.
Oh, sorry. Let me.
Yeah, we don't see it.
Here it is.
There we go.
Biden leads Marianne Williamson by 73 points. Are you going to bring that up to your audience, Bree? Crystal, Kyle, Vanguard, anyone? Because I feel like, and this is me being a rational thinker, I feel like our resources should go to anyone instead of someone who's at 4% running against a president that everyone considered that election to be a joke. You guys know how much of a joke this is? Literally, someone else is polling 2 times higher than Marianne Williamson. They asked, who do you want? Marianne Williamson, Joe Biden. Over 2 times more people who picked Marianne Williamson said someone else. But you guys recruited her because you guys think it's a good idea. You guys got your posts on the streets. Bree, Crystal Ball, they got their posts in the hood. They know what the niggas want. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.